Hello, 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 all my funky junk friends. How are you doing today? Today is Junk Journal Jamboree. So we're going to be playing with a junk journal. And I'm literally going to do a junk journal. I'm going to take some junk and we are going to make this into a pretty little book. I'm just cutting my white edges off real quick. And my printer did a weird thing. See, these pages came out this size. This one came out smaller. I don't know. Sometimes I have no idea. Sometimes it's just kind of crazy. That's okay. It's going to work out perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you're hopping on, please, please, please let me know you're here so that I can say hello to you while I cut these real quick, and then we'll get started on what we're going to do today. You guys, if you guys were watching Christy, I mean, she just amazes me at some of the things that she does with paper. I mean, I've been watching Christy for a long time, and I've learned a lot of cool, fun, and exciting techniques from her. So you can learn a lot from Miss Christy. So, like I said, make sure you say hello so that I know you're here. And as soon as I cut, I've got 2 more sides on this one, and then 1 more set, and then we will get these torn apart. Now, why don't I have my papers cut already? I have no idea. Now, I am not. There we go. Hey, there's Lindy. Hello. And my best friend, Jimmy Lou. Thank you. Kimberly, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? You guys, these papers are amazing. And Lindy is one of the collabs for the papers, her and Miss Lisa. And they have a collaboration group called the Art Wellness Collaboration. Is it collaborative? Collaborative. Okay. Now, up in my description is a link to go get these pages so you can purchase them all on your own and make yourself your own junk journal with these pages. And you can check out some of the other fun things that they have available over there. So I was looking over there, and I was looking the other day. I didn't look today. I don't want to tell a fib, but I think it was last week. I think one day I was looking at some of their stuff, and my goodness, guys, they've got some really neat stuff. They've got a neat little group, I believe, a private group that they're starting that you can belong to. So make sure you go check that out. Meanwhile, here at the Junk Journal Jamboree, make sure you go check out Junk Journaling Jamboree page group, where all of us are being shared into today. And every month, all kinds of paper crafting going on over there in that group, from the memory decks cards to this kind of thing, etc., etc., etc. Don't want to put that too far because I'm going to do something kind of crazy, you guys. Now, like I said, my printer printed these out in 2 different sizes. I don't know why these 3 pages printed out bigger. I have no idea. They look the same on the computer. Hard telling. If I had to guess, it is something I probably did. Well, thank you, Karen. Thank you. You started last August. Yes. So you're a member, and it's amazing, Katie. Ooh, I might have to check that out. That might be kind of fun. Okay. So I was looking at these pages, okay, and I'm fairly new to junk journaling, okay, so this is a new thing for me. So I'm looking at these pages, and in the past, when I've done stuff, I've taken the page and I've folded it in half. Okay, well, these beautiful graphics are big, and I love that. I absolutely love that. But I had to think to myself, how do I want to do this? Because I want to keep them intact like this. I want you to be able to see. I'm looking around because I took my hymnal papers and put them over there. I might have to jump up and grab those. But I want you to see the whole effect, okay? I didn't want to fold it over. So I was trying to think to myself, well, how in the world we don't have any composition books in this house, I have no idea, because I feel like I buy them by the case. Everybody's using them. That's what my initial thought was. Well, then I was looking at the mail, and I was like, oh, look, I could use this Ulta magazine as kind of like a base to, go around my pictures, put it on there, put some sort of cover on here so it's a little bit thicker. So it has a little substance to it. Glue some of the pages together. Well, after deciding that I was going to do that, I happened to find this, and this was stuck back. I use it to glue on. These pages are thicker, okay? They're thicker than this Ulta book. So the Ulta book's going over here, and we're going to use it for a glue thing. So we're going to use this, okay? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to cut it, or I'm not going to take the staples out yet, all right? So I want it to be just a little bit bigger than my biggest piece of paper, okay? Now, when I look at the paper on this page, I was going to cut this up a little bit, but I'm kind of thinking, no, actually, I kind of want it to be about the size of this piece of paper here. Okay, maybe a little out to the side there, like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this right here, and I'm going to attempt this. If it doesn't work, it's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. I was going to try to cut it at once. I keep trying to think. No, I do want it to be a little bit bigger, the cover. Okay, here we go. Wheels at motion. Wheels at motion. Hey, Donna. Hey, Susan. Debbie, hello, hello. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take this book apart, all right? And I'm really just using, this is kind of like a background to my artwork there. Okay, come on, let's get under there. I don't have a staple remover for anybody says anything. I don't have one, but I'm going to just pop these staples out here real quick. Okay, I might be probably making more work for myself. Just like last month, I was trying to figure out how to do, I wasn't trying to figure out, but I had mentioned, oh wait, that was in my group. Never mind. I was mentioning that I needed to learn how to do one of those elastic band. I'm going to leave that one like that. These I'm going to cut down to about this size right here. So we're going to, maybe a little bit bigger. So we're going to cut some of this off. Okay, so am I going to measure it all out and all that? I don't think I can cut through all these pages. Let's do half of them. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on here. I'm going to lay this bigger page here. And I just want it to just be a smidget bigger. So I'm just going to go a smidge bigger right there, like that. But one of the elastic band, you know, spines or whatever you want to say, where you put your signature in, and it's kind of like a, not really a rubber band, but kind of like, you know, you just slip spine. There's the word, slip spine. And Christy said, I've got a tutorial on that. I've got a tutorial on that. So I went and watched, and I think I'm ready to try that. We're not going to try it today. I'll probably try something like that. Maybe like in one of my private groups or just up here playing on my own. Okay, so I made that a little bit smaller. These are my inside pages. Some of them are going to have to be glued together. Now, are they perfectly even? Absolutely not. You guys, I'm going to make it. Yeah, it's going to have junk in it. It's going to have lots of junk in it. There we go. Actually, let's do this so I can still, you guys can still see me. There we go. Okay, so now we need to make it right here. Okay, so let's do it this way just to make it a little easier. You guys ever notice, I've noticed this when I was using my paper cutter a lot lately. Do you always go to one side or the other? What I mean by that, do you always measure up away from you, or do you like measure and cut towards you? Would it be easier to do it towards you? I think so, but I'm always going to the top. Don't ask me. Make things more difficult than we need to. I'm just going to do that a few times till I quit hearing it tearing paper. Yep, got through there. All right, so now I have this pages here that I can put these other pages on. Now you're saying, Christy, you're going to be able to see this stuff through there. We'll put some gesso on the pages and go from there. Okay, so now we got to do our cover here. Now, why I cut that out, I don't know, because I don't need to now that I'm thinking about it, because I'm going to use a piece of cardboard right here for my cover. So I didn't really need to cut that out. Let's just toss it, be done with that. Okay, so we got that right there. Now what I need is I need a piece of this. Now I was looking and see, I really don't want the seam right here to be part of my cover. Okay, so if I go this way, it's going to be part, that way it's going to be part. So I think what I'm going to need to do is we're going to need to do it this way. Ba-ba-dum. Like this, basically. Like this. And use this and then crease that on that side. So let's start by, here's how fancy I am with cutting things and stuff like that. Now look, I can't get that in my little thingamajigger just quite yet. So I'm going to sit that over there to the side. Two things I can do. I can come over here and I can take my box cutter and I can just cut some off here. Is it going to be straight? Not yet, but we'll fix it so that it's straight. All right, so that we can get started on this. You guys are going, you haven't even started with the papers yet, lady. Get a move along. Get a move along. So, but I just thought you guys might like to see a little bit of this process because you're going to see a lot of fun decorating and stuff all day long. So I thought, well, you know what? I will take the time to just kind of get this going here on how I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to want it to be a little bit bigger than this. All right. It's about like that. See how I measure? I'm such a measurer, right? I just kind of put on there. Now I'll straighten that edge up. I'll end up straightening this edge up when I get done. But I'm just trying to get a rough look at it. Now I would use my ruler. There it is. Say, but yesterday I dropped it and I didn't know where it dropped to. Okay, so we're guessing approximately, let's make it about right there. Does that look good to everybody? Yeah, this is definitely going to be full of junk. Full of junk. Okay, so I'm going to just take my edger here. I'm going to go right against my ruler. I'm going to hold that down as tight as I can. And if my edges are crooked, you guys, that kind of stuff in the real world drives me crazy. But in this world right here, that kind of stuff does not bother me in the least bit. Now, I only need to go through that one side. So here, we're going to do that. Now we're going to cut this right here just because I only needed to go through the top. It doesn't matter about the bottom quite yet. Okay. And we're going to go right here and we're going to do this. And then we're going to have our cover in a little bit more manageable size right there. Boop. Toss that over there. All right. So now let's look at our pages. Okay. Up and down looks pretty good. Okay. And to the side, it might be okay. We'll have to see how we want to do that for sure. So the first thing I need to do is I probably should straighten up my edges just a little bit. Now the top edge up here that I did with the ruler is fairly straight. So I'm going to pretend like it's straight, okay? So I'm going to just jump on here and get that good. All right. And flip this over. So I'm using the same edge. Just like that. So now my two sides are perpendicular to that side up there. For the most part, it is paper. Okay. We'll get the bottom here in a minute. Now, how wide is my board? This thing. It is approximately, okay, let's measure from here so that we don't mess up our measurement. We are looking at about 16.5. So at about 8 1/4 is where I want to score that to bend it in half. If I score it, it'll make it a little bit easier. So what did I say? 8 1/4. Okay. So I'm going to sit that right there. 8 1/4 is right here. I'm going to do this. So I pull it towards me. Does it matter? No, probably not. But I find it to be, I want to use that straight edge again. There I was using the crooked edge. 8 1/4. So I'm going to have myself a bendy bend. Okay? I got a bendy bend. Look at that. Now look, my edges don't match up. But look, we're still got plenty of room. What are we going to do? We're going to slap this guy in here. Straighten up our edges. Now I got to go really hard up and down this so that I can get through both pieces. And then stuff like that happens. It's because I always start in the middle. Do you guys start in the middle, or do you guys, when you're doing your thing, do you start in the middle, or do you just kind of go from the top? I have always found that when I go straight from the top, that I tend to rip my paper a little bit. That might be because maybe my, oh gosh, I moved it. My blade might be a little dull or something. But I tend to, look at that, made a mess. It's okay, look what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix that, and nobody'll know. You start in the middle too? Okay, I thought maybe that was just me. Like I said, I'm fairly new, so I'm learning all the paper stuff. You know, back in the 90s when scrapbooking was, you know, a very big thing. Of course, we did the few little scrapbook things, but not a whole lot. Okay, so these pages are going to go in here. Okay, so we're going to make a pretty cover. All right, and I'm going to put these pages in here. Now, you're saying, why are you putting those pages in there? Well, then I can take these pages and do some bordering, some decoupaging, things like that, and put them on top of these other pages. Now, these are kind of thin. I'm not going to go in here and count and see exactly how many that I need. We're just going to put them all in there. If I have an extra page that I don't want, I'll glue the things together because I can. You know, that's just something that I do. So I'll put these in like this so we can get the full effect of all of these papers. I did pull out some other scrapbook paper. I pulled out some other stuff. It's all right there in front of me. Some other stuff to put on these pages. So this is going to take me a little while to make because it is so, it's going to be a big book. It's going to be a bigger book. Okay, so now what do I want to do for my spine? Well, of course, I want to put something in there, obviously. So let me grab my stuff to do that with right here. What did I knock off? Oh, I knocked my papers off. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I love this little 3-tiered desk thing that I got. Not desk, but tray thing I got from IKEA. But I have it slid back. I probably should pull it forward because I pull the drawers all the way out. See, I'll show you. I know, I'm obsessed with it too. See, the little drawers are like this. Oh my gosh, I hate it when my thing does that. I apologize, you guys. There we go. But, and see where I keep grabbing it and pulling them out? It slides in there. Maybe I should put some stops or something on it, but I tend to just pull that thing out of there. You guys, if I had to guess, somebody in my family, because I have my do not disturb on, but somebody in my family, I let that go through because you sink your blade and then go, okay, good. I'm not crazy. Somebody in my family on the emergency thing might have tried to text me or call me. So I apologize for that right there. Okay, so I'm going to just, this isn't going to be a heavy book. I'm just going to do the 3, and I'm going to be honest with you on why I'm going to do the 3. I've never done anything but the 3. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to pick out. Now, do I need to get me a piece of paper? I can. And make me somewhat a template, so that I can see this is approximately the same size. So if I take this piece of paper and I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again, like that. Nothing real accurate. at those folds is where I probably want to put my pokey pokes. All right, my pokes for my thing. And I did not grab any. Oh, here's my paper clips. Because I'm all over the place today. So what you guys did, everybody panic about the Facebook and the Instagram being off this morning? You know, I sent out my telegram and I said, you know, the benefits of being on night shift is, number one, I missed all the excitement this morning. Oh, you did? That's awesome. Yeah, mine's right. Right here's mine from last month. Yeah, I absolutely, that was fun. That was fun to do. I liked that too. But did you guys have to, you know, I missed all the excitement. Like I said, the benefits of being on third shift, there are some. You know, I slept through the whole thing. So I wake up to all these, you know, telegrams are blowing up, messengers blowing up, my emails blown up, my YouTube's blowing up. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've gone viral. I've gone viral. Well, no, I didn't. That's what I thought, though, because I didn't know what was going on. I thought, I've got all these emails and I've got all these people messaging me and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, Christy, you silly girl. It was just Facebook being down. See, I just poked those through in those 3 spots right there. Now, if I make this thing and I get it all together and it ends up being a little bit thicker than what I think it should be, and it's going to pull on my things right here, I can always do something different. You know, I can always change it. I missed it all. Yeah, I did, Lisa. That's funny. You know, I got up. The clocks are all flashing because we had a storm come through here. And I like to start from the back because I like to have little, I don't know, I like the little danglies in the back hanging out. Okay, you guys all probably know how to do this. I came from the back. Wherever you start, whatever side you start on, that's where your string's going to be. So I started right there. And then I'm going to come down here to the bottom and go through here. Okay. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go through this one. Now, why did I put the paper clips on there? I put the paper clips on there so that, you know what? I'm going to pause for a second because the last time I did a book like this, I had a funny looking thing right here. So we're going to stop for a second and I'm going to pull this back out. Okay. I'm going to leave it taped up. I'm going to put some washi tape right down the center right here so that I have something on that so I don't have to worry about that blue. Okay. I'm located in Kokomo, Indiana. So, but yeah, our clocks were flashing. That kind of thing was going on. That's not my washi tape. That is not my washi tape. I was just going to use washi tape because it would be something simple and easy. And it would cover up that edge there. So let's look in here. Ooh, look here. I have this that stamps. Do, do, do. Is that the one we want to use? I'm thinking that it is. Wait a minute. Let's see. We got some new kind here. Let's see what these are real quick. I don't even know what I have, you guys. There are quite a few of us in Indiana. In fact, we have a meet and greet coming up in May. And just I mean, it's just been amazing the number of people that have kind of come out of the woodwork that, yeah, I don't think any of those would look good with the bees. The flowers, or I think we're going to use this one. It's stamps. They're probably individual on here, but we'll see. Let's see when we open it. I haven't even opened it. But shocked at the number of friends that we do have around here. So, but yeah, there are quite a few. There are quite a few. We should get together and all have an Indiana group, like a Hoosier Craftings or something, you know. That's what we should do. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to put this down the center. because I can't remember what book it was, but I was working on one journal and I didn't put anything there. And then when I got to where I was at the end, it was like, it was funky. So yeah, these are all individual. So you'll be able to see that blue through there. So let's change modes here. Let's change our mode. Let's see what else we have that might, that's a little too orange. Let's do this one here. Okay. But we should get together and do something together and have like just an Indiana Hoosier thing. Wouldn't that be fun? Now see how I can still see the hello and all that stuff through there. Now what I could have done is I could have painted the underneath there first, but that's not going to bother me as much as the big old blue showing. What I can do is I could put 2 layers on. Let's do that. Why not, right? It's just washi tape. Okay, so it's not quite as transparent. Whoops. Right there. But that just will get my down in the crease, I guess you could say, a little bit better. So it'll look a little bit better. Okay, now the inside, look how crooked that is. It's very crooked. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put another piece right beside it because I can, just to make it a little bit thicker. And because there's going to be paper going over the top of this probably. All right. So I'm just playing, you guys. We just like to play. But that'll help hold that piece down. I'm just going to put a little piece here. But anyway, yes, we should do a Indiana thing. That would be kind of fun. Right there. Okay. So now what I can do is I can come right here and just tuck those in, and then we will make them look pretty when it comes time, because it is washi tape, and washi tape will come back up if we pull it back up. Now I'm hoping that it doesn't come up a whole bunch, but is what it is. Everything's fixable, right? Okay, so that kind of gives me better, so that when I do my pages, like let's pretend like I'm going to put that on the front cover or something. When I paint around that, I'm not going to have blue down this corner. That was the whole reason that I did that. All of that for that. I'm going to poke back through to get through the washi tape, just so that, oh, I want to go in the hole, not the staple mark. All righty. You guys are going, get going here, girl. Get going. So, oops. Don't do that. Don't mess your pages up. There we go. Anyway, go from the middle. Whatever you leave it, that's where it's going to, the strings are going to be. So, and then come down to the bottom or the top. It doesn't matter. All right. And then go all the way up here to the top and go through. Just like that. Okay, so now we have this piece here. I put this string on this one side. I pull it kind of taut right there. Now I'm going to go right back down the center hole again. And I want the strings to be on each side of this piece. I want it on each side. So I always just come up and make sure that that's where I'm at. You can fix it afterwards. That's not a big deal. Now I'm going to pull it so it's kind of tight. Now see, I look like I probably need some stuff up here, but I could have done the 5 one, but I'm not going to bore you guys with redoing it. We may end up redoing it, but I won't do that right here. So then I'm just going to tie us a knot. Now I am using wax thread right here, and I'm just going to put a little bow just to keep my strings from flopping around everywhere. So now I have a little book. I have a little book, and I haven't even touched my printables yet, you guys. Holy moly. Put those back there. Okay, so now let's start looking at all the fun. Oh, let's put this away, because if I don't put it away, I'll knock something over, and then I'll be mad because I won't know where it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in its little holder. Boop-a-doo. There we go. Oh my gosh, are you serious? You thought you were hacked from Timothy. That's so funny. It's not funny. It's absolutely not funny. But it's funny that you got scared because of thinking that, because we all hear that. I've ordered from Temu a few times, and I personally have never had any issues. Doesn't mean I won't, but I have not had any issues. Okay, so now let's kind of look. Let's get this wire out of the way. Let's kind of look at our pages and decide what we want to put on the front cover. I'm kind of wanting one of the typewriter pages on my front cover, or the books. Ooh, tough decision. I think I'm going to put the book because it's one of the bigger pages. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to put on the front. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start, and I'm just going to, okay, this is what's probably going to be on the front cover. Okay, so now we need something on the inside cover here and the back. Let's look at something for the back here real quick. My other two big pages were these. I don't want to waste the teacup, but this flower right here, we could put it on the back. So that'll be our start and our end. Okay, now I kind of want to go straight into something really cool like this right here. Okay, and I'm probably going to print some more of these pages off for this book, but I don't know yet. Okay, so we have all this other stuff too that we can put in here. Okay, we have these beautiful pages and stuff that we can work in here. So we have tons of stuff to go. Okay, so you know what I think? Let's see, if I go from there, I think I want to go straight into, I think like that, kind of like something along those lines right there, my front cover. Okay, so then my back cover here, I'm just going to probably put like a piece of this in the back cover. All right, so because let's just start working on the cover. I'm like all over the place, but let's start working on the cover. Now, I want to put a little bit of white behind there because I want all these colors to really stand out. I want the blue to go away, that kind of thing. So I'm going to set this over here. I'm going to take this piece of stuff right here. I have a, oh well, we'll use this right here. And we are going to put some paint around the edges of our front cover there. And I feel like I want to use, I'm doing this so that I can cover my edges here like this so that I don't get paint down inside the book. Okay, I feel like I kind of want to use an off-white color. I said white, but I think I want to use more of a off-white color. Now I'm going to just use this apple barrel paint because that's what I have. Okay, I do have some gesso here. I could put some gesso down, but I think I'm just gonna use this antique white here. There's hardly any in here. Okay, and we're just gonna start putting this on here. Now, do I have to go all the way in the center? No. We may end up putting, I said we needed to cover them, so we will. That's almost gone. I'm all over the place, you guys. You guys are going, this lady's crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to go along here, and we will blend our page in. All right, so stay tuned because I'm going to be working on this for a minute probably. But what I plan to do is I'll put that page on there, and I'm going to like do some paints and stuff so it actually looks like it goes all the way to the edge, and do some blending and things like that. So stay tuned for all that right there. And real quick, I want to say thank you to Jimmy Lou for organizing these fun events right here with the Junk Journaling Jamboree group. Make sure you join that group. Make sure you follow everybody that you see today. I think you're going to be really happy and excited to see what everybody has going on with everything. And let me see what happened here. Just making sure. What's gesso? You just order online, Lindy. That's what I do too. Well, here's me. Okay. I'm one of those people that I can't stand the little red bubbles on my apps on my phone. Drives me nuts. Well, that silly little Timu app constantly has something going on. Going over it again to just kind of cover it just a little bit more. But it always has something on it. So that was driving me crazy. So I deleted the app. And I do what you do. I just go to the website and order from there. And that kind of eliminates that little red bubble because I can't stand it. I can't stand seeing it. And I hate looking at my kids' phones and my grandkids' phones because they'll just have all these little bubbles on their phones. And that kind of stuff drives me absolutely insane. Insane. So I'm weird, you guys. You can say it. You can all say it because I know you're thinking, it's like, why would that bother you? But it bothers me. It's like I can't stand to have emails. I can't stand to have unopened emails. So if you send me an email, 99% of the time I'm going to open it because first of all, I suffer from FOMO. So I'm always afraid I'm going to miss something really cool and really neat. So I'll read the email. I can't just delete them. But I also, sometimes I have way too many, but I can't stand for it to, open my emails up and it say you have two emails. I will go through and get them off of there and usually spend the time looking. So I kind of have myself set up when I first get up in the morning or the afternoon, since I'm third shift. I'm going to go across this with this paint just to blend it just a little bit. Okay, so let's let that dry. I look at my emails first. It's one of the first things I do. Text messages, emails, telegrams, and then I go to Messenger. That's what I do. It is used to cover the canvas so smooth. Yes, it also, like you can use gesso between things, like your papers and stuff like this. See, it says it primes surfaces. It adds tooth. It adds it so stuff will stick to it. So for example, if you guys, if I'm wrong about this, let me know. But if like I put Mod Podge all over this, and then I wanted to put something on top of it, I might use clear gesso or something like that so that it'll stick to it. Okay. So I think I'm going to be okay using that off-white there. I think that'll be perfect with this right here. So we're going to put that on there, and that's what we're going to do. Okay. So I'm going to grab, I love using the Liquitex Matte Medium. I'm getting low. I'm probably going to need to buy me some more. And I use a brush to put mine on. So, but you do you. Okay, so here we go with our cover here. And that was way too much, but we'll use it. We'll use it. Okay, and we'll get our cover going here. And we'll start doing that, and then we'll start getting the pages. Yeah, we got this little kit to do this with a few days ago. Might even been last week, you guys. Time just goes together for me. But I was looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas of things that I want to put with it. Especially with the typewriter. I have some stickers that look like, I should have pulled them out and I didn't do it. I'm such a ding dong. I have some stickers that look like the typewriter keys. So that's going to be cool. We might even put some of that like on this front cover, with like name our book or whatever. Now that was a whole lot of Liquitex, but it'll be okay. All right. So I'm going to just put this on here like this. And anybody that follows me is going, Christy, you never do straight edges. And I don't. But I think that that's what I kind of want to do here because I think I'm going to like how that looks. Yes, I do. Look at that, you guys. Now, when I print my stuff out, I print my stuff out on, it's a little bit thicker than regular copy paper. It is 28 pounds. And I put it on that. So it's a little bit thicker than regular copy paper. So when you do this kind of stuff, it makes it super easy. I'm going to kind of go over that because just to make sure my edges are down like this. This is going to be so pretty. So pretty. But I want to embellish and stuff, but we need to let that dry for a second. Okay, but I have typewriter keys stickers. That's what we'll probably use that in here a little bit. Now see how you can kind of see the blue coming down over here? You can't tell what it is. Now, since you guys were here and watched me do it, and I've seen it, I know exactly what that says. That's the O for hello. But nobody else will notice that. So don't make a big deal about seeing stuff like that. It's not, most people won't see that and think anything about it, okay? So I still want to add some more fun stuff to the front of this. I think we might go ahead and do some more fun things on the front. I have some, let's see. I have some of this, you guys, I have this big old mess here. I'm going to pick it up because I want to get in this box right here that has my hippie journal in it that I have been working on, because I have some sticky lace. Maybe these 3 colors here. I think maybe that pink right there. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I ordered this also came from Temu, if you can't tell. But this fun little lace right here has sticky on the back. See that? It's already going to be sticky. Now I'm kind of thinking to put that right along that edge right there. Just like that. Just to add a little something there. Okay, now I kind of want stuff at the top and the bottom too, though. So what I should have done is done a piece. I'll use paint. So let's hold off on that. Now let's get out some, because I have stuff everywhere. Let's get out some. Let's look at this. It looks like kind of a caramel color right there. Kind of an off-white, a little bit of an off-white, which is kind of what we were using there. That's almost gone. See that pinky color? I'm going to pull this out right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I like to play with paint. Okay, so I like to do fun, neat backgrounds. That's just gone. I'm not getting any more out of that. Now I don't have any more of that color, but I could always take some white and some brown and make it kind of like that. This caramel color. I could mix the white with this caramel color. Ew, big old booger. But I love doing backgrounds. That's something. Oh, you guys. Goodness sakes. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. There we go. It came off. I don't know where it went. But anyway, I like doing backgrounds. I like doing fun colors on backgrounds and stuff like that. So I tend to go a little crazy when I'm doing backgrounds with stuff. So sometimes some of my friends have to say, okay, Christy, you need to stop now. You've done enough, because I will just keep going. It's like, oh, let's add this color. Let's add that color, etc. See, what I want to do is I kind of want to blend all this. So I'm going to take this pink first right here, and I'm kind of dry brushing real light. Okay, so I got a big blob there, but that's okay. And I'm going to, even though we're going to put that other stuff along there, I'm going to go ahead and go along here like this. Okay, now I'm going to grab a little bit more of that pink, and I'm going to go across my whole thing just so that it kind of matchy. See what I mean? I'm just adding that on there. Okay, I'm going to take this brown, and I barely want this caramel color. Just barely. But I want you know, I'm kind of blending all the colors that are in my, not all the colors, but the colors that are in my printable here to kind of not have, so I don't have that stark line there. You get what I mean? Now, could I torn my pages? Yeah, but I always do that. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of lightly and barely touching my page. Just barely touching it. But it's on there, so it looks like all of this is going together. Does that make sense? See how that's kind of looking like that? Now, I got this off-white here. Even though I just have a little bit. I poured those out to make kind of an off-white. But I think I'm probably good enough that I don't need to use those colors at all. Okay. So see that? See how that's like a fun, crazy looking, you know, cover here. Now I'm just going to kind of go over with the pink again because I like the pink. I think the pink looks really pretty. I like this color of pink. I need to look to see what it is, so I'm sure to get some more because I think it was about gone. But see that? See how much fun this is. Now, okay, now's the time to tell me to stop. Stop, Christy. Stop, because I'll just keep adding colors. Okay, so now what do we have here? We have a mess is what we have. I'm going to grab these papers so it looks, so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so here's what our front cover's looking like with the beautiful books and the bee and all that kind of stuff. Okay, I like that. I'm going to dry it. We're going to stop because if I don't stop, I'm going to just keep adding stuff to it. I'm probably going to put some words possibly on here. Something like that. Ooh, I do want to put that on there though. I definitely want to put that on there. Okay. So, but along with that, we've got to get out our, we always have to use distress ink. Okay. We always need to use some distress ink. So I'm going to go along here and get my edges with the distress ink. The paint's still a little bit wet in some spots, but that's okay. All right. You guys, these printables are available. There's a link up in my description to go get you some. They're part of the collaboration between Lisa and Lindy. It's called Art Wellness Collaborative. I always want to say collaboration. Collaborative. So go check that out. You can see some kind of cool stuff. And we got all together today because of Miss Jimmy Lou. So make sure that we all are have joined the Junk Journal Jamboree group. And make sure you give Jimmy Lou a follow too, if you don't already follow her, because we wouldn't be doing this without her. We would not. So there we go. Now, I don't know how good this is going to stick. Has anybody done these? Can I hold it up close? Yes, ma'am, I can. I'm so sorry. Okay, so see, I've got all kinds of paint on there and stuff. In fact, let's do this. And well, you probably can't see it better that way. Probably better this way. But see, I've got some paint on there. Isn't that pretty? See, that's me. That's the way I like things. I'm going to use it just by the sticky. I'm going to touch it and see. It seems pretty sticky. Now, if it falls off, I'll just glue it down. You could go ahead and glue it from the beginning. I'm going to have the little points of the lace stick out a little bit. Okay, I don't need to go all the way to the edge there. Okay, and I just kind of want them to stick out just a tish, just to have something sticking out there. Okay, isn't that cute? Now, it's too pink. Got to grunge it up a little bit, right? Not a lot, just a little. But see, that toned it down so that it's more of this color. See, I like that. I love it. I think it's cute. I got them on, they were like, you know, they had all different colors. They were out of the plain white and the off-white, but I noticed that they had it in, so I ordered a couple more. So, and of course, you know, when you go to that website, you can't just order a couple things. You end up with all the things you didn't know you needed, right? All the things. Okay, so I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Now we could just flip over to the back page and start working on the back of my cover. You guys, there are so many beautiful papers in this book, in this set. You guys are just going to be amazed at all the beautiful papers and stuff. I mean, it's just, they're beautiful. Now, something I want to kind of do on this side is I think we're going to round these edges. I'm going to use the biggest one I have right here. I'm going to still leave the straight edges, but we're going to have the corners are going to be rounded off a little bit like that. Just like that. Okay. So now, what do I want to put underneath there? Do I want to paint, or do I want to put like a piece of paper under there, or something along those lines? I'm kind of thinking myself is to grab some hymnal pages that I did not grab. I'm going to run over here and grab them real fast because they're just right over here. Hymnal pages or dictionary pages, whichever. Okay, I am kind of thinking of putting just along here, here, and here, and then slapping that in the middle. So I don't need a lot, okay? So I'm going to get the white edges off because I don't like white edges very well. And I'm not going to think about this real hard, okay? I basically need some pieces coming across up there. So I'm going to cut this into fourths. All right, and we're going to put these on like this, just so that they're a little bit, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Ripped up, so it doesn't look like, you know, I just took the hymnal page and stuck it on there. So I'm just going to rip that and then rip this again. And then we're going to use these pages and we're just going to go kind of all up in the edges there. So let me grab my little guy here. And let's sit this over here out of the way. And I'm just going to put some of my glue on this napkin here. Okay. And here we go. I'm just going to start sticking them on here on this edge here like this. And that way they're like I said, it doesn't look like I just stuck it on there. It's there's some right there. So it's kind of torn up. See that? I like that kind of, the edges looks like that. All right. Now I'm doing this and see there's a little bit of blue showing, but that's okay. We will fix that with paint or with something else. Now look, I have gone upside down. I have gone right side up. So I'm not making a big deal about how I'm putting these on here. Okay. So we got to there, and we're just going to turn right here. And I'm going to just keep going around this outside edge here with my paper. And if I didn't cover enough, we'll come back in with some more. Not a big deal. So here I'm going sideways. I'm going to go both directions, sideways. Slide that up a little bit, and I'll trim the edges when we're all done here. Okay, so see what we're going to look like? We're going to have that as the outside edge around this. See, I think that'll look cool. It'll look better when I get that paper, the magazine that I have stuck underneath there. You guys, I have some work I need to do, but I have a feeling I'm going to be sitting here playing with this junk journal the rest of the afternoon. I love doing this stuff. I didn't realize, I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize I liked it as much as I do until recently. And I just started messing with it and playing around. And Grace from the Comfy Nest. I follow her. I followed her for years, and she does a lot of paper journaling and stuff. And I would just watch her, and I would think, that's so cool how she does that. And I just would never try it. Well, finally I tried it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am hooked. I am hooked. Okay, so we're going to put this on here like that. First, we're going to take some ink along the edges here. Now, this is the back of my book. Now, who's going to see the back of my book? Well, I'm going to see the back of my book. Anybody else that picks it up and looks at it? I know sometimes we forget about the backs of our books, and we just kind of make them a little bit plain. I mean, they don't have to be as extravagant as you might do your front of your book, with a bunch of different things and stuff. But, it still does get seen. So what I'm kind of thinking back here too is doing something along the lines of putting maybe my name on there or something like that. Now see our washi tape over here? It's just kind of blended into the edge. It's not serving it's serving the purpose of covering that up there, but it's not overtaking, oop, look, that guy's sticking up. You get your butt back down there, dude. Don't be sticking up. It's not overtaking my page. You get what I'm saying? Because it's got the purples and stuff in it. It just kind of blends in. Blends in. That's the word I was trying to say. It just kind of blends in with everything. Look at that. I am just like being wasteful. I just said I need to order some more, so I should be less wasteful, but I am just being super duper wasteful. And it might be because that cardstock there is a little bit slick. I probably should have put gesso on it. This would have been, with that being thick like that, that would have been good to put the gesso on to make sure that it sticks good. So let's get it down. Now look, am I crooked or is it my imagination? I am a little crooked. I'm going to attempt to straighten it up because that will drive me crazy. There we go. There we go. Okay, pull this up a little bit more. Just like that. All right. Now, something that when you do stuff like that and you've got glue everywhere, get you out one of these and help shove it down. And then you don't have the glue on your fingers and pulling it up. Okay. Now, I'm looking at this, you guys, and we didn't put anything underneath on that blue. And I can see the H and the E. Will somebody else be able to see it? Probably not. But we might put, like some names or something on this side. So it's probably going to be okay. So let's get these silly pages out of the way. So here's what we've got so far. We've got like 3 minutes. Okay, I need to let that dry a little bit, and then I'll trim these edges. But here's what we have so far. There's our back cover right there. Here's our front cover. Okay, I'm probably going to add the paints, the same colors of paints, and go over this too so the covers kind of match a little bit. I might even, I don't think I'll add any lace, but I might. Okay, and then our insides, right now just have these pages in here that I am going to put my printables on. Okay, so I felt like I needed to have a base to put them on. I don't know that I really did, but I just felt like I needed to, so that's why I did it this way. But you guys, if you have not seen, I'm sure you've seen them all already, but if you have not seen these papers, go check them out. Go check them out on their website. The link is up there. See, we've got, look at that. I love graph paper because I'm a tool maker. And so back in the day, when we would have to draw prints and stuff up, you used a whole lot of graph paper. Look at that bee. Look at the detail on that bee, you guys. This typewriter. I just love this typewriter. But we have all of these beautiful pages, you guys. So go check it out. Get you a copy of it. It's $5. It's $5 for all these papers. You guys, that's cheap, cheap, cheap. They should charge more for the beautifulness that they are. These right here are going to become ATC cards, or or maybe these, or maybe all of them. I'll probably make some bookmarks to stick in here. Here's some little pockets to make right there. So you've got it all. You've got it all here. And I just wanted to show you how I took a piece of just junk, you guys. I took this Solidarity magazine that I get. I took this blue thing is from my stencils. I do essential stencils. That's what my stencil of the month comes in every month. And I just took that and I'm just making me a beautiful little journal. And I think this is going to be this size right here will be good for like just to sit on your table. So I'm not going to make it too thick. I want it to kind of stay down. But I have a real type. Oh, you do. That's cool, Della. But like to lay on your coffee table, you know, kind of like a conversational piece. So anyway, you guys, go check everybody out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.